Everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Paul Nguma, founder of PATTERNOLOGY LAB. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with y'all the top 2 stocks that y'all should be keeping in your watch list for today. And I'm also going to be answering some of you guys' questions for those of y'all who dropped your stocks of interest in the comment section of yesterday's video, right after the intro. All right, y'all, right off the bat, we currently have the SPY right now. And right now is a very important time. It's not looking too good for the longs, all right? Yesterday, I told y'all that this could be a trap. I was anticipating this to be a trap. And so far, it's retesting that level once again, all right? I'm going to let y'all know right now, if this thing tanks, if that level breaks, then we could be heading down a lot lower. Proceed with caution, all right? Proceed with caution. Everything that follows the SPY, if this thing tanks, everything could take a hit. So be very, very careful with your gains before we move on forward with the video, all right? But the top 2 stocks that y'all should be keeping in your watch list, the very first one is Merck, all right? I want to talk about Merck. Number 1, it's been beaten down for a while, okay? Number 2, the market is kind of unstable right now. And Merck has been a very strong company for a while, all right? It has some good money-making opportunities, but it doesn't collapse as fast, especially when the market tanks. And this thing right here is actually on a dip. As you can see, the opportunity is right there, all right? There is right at this level of supports. It's looking to make a reversal on the way back up, right? And it doesn't follow the market to a T because it is in a different sector. It is in the drug manufacturing sector, right? So keep this one on your watch list for a reversal today, all right? It's gonna take some time. Today we may not see a huge move. We may not see a massive move towards like $77. We may not see that today. But if the market is still unstable, it could consolidate here and then eventually pick back up as a stable semi long-term recovery, right? This will be a swing trade for a move back up to like $79 within the next 2 weeks. So definitely watch this one today. There could be a potential dip in the middle of the day, right? This thing could dip over here to $75, which would be a wonderful dip buy, especially if the market tanks, right? So just keep that in mind for a buy at $75 for a rebound at that level. When the market obviously recovers again, like usually where there's ferocious dips in a day, buyers step up to the plate and pick it right back up. So keep this one on your watch list for a swing trade, all right? Swing trade is looking pretty good. Now, the next one that all of you should be keeping in your watch list for today, somebody asked about Jets, and I wanted to address it in this video. Now, Jets, this one is an ETF for, I think, this one I think encompasses all airlines altogether, all right? And the flag is there. I do see the flag, and I do see the breakout on this one. This one is good for a long play. It is currently going right now. But I'm gonna let y'all know that since the market is a bit unstable right now, the best time to actually buy this thing is at $23.75 before we see a rebound all the way to $25. All right. If the market is to tank, if that level is to drop, then anticipate this thing for a dip buy at $23.75 before we see some type of rebound throughout the remainder of the week. Okay. Definitely not bearish on this one in the long term. We have a lot of room to cover over here, but I'm sure y'all want to get the best possible price close to that support line before we make money on the way back up again. So keep this one on your watch list for sure. Right now, let's talk about you guys' stocks of interest. The very first one that we're going to be talking about, that stock is Baidu. All right, I was contemplating, should I make this a top 2? I think I think it looks good, and in my opinion, I think it looks good. Obviously, for short sellers, right? This is not the part where I tell you to buy this thing. The reaction to earnings was actually terrible. Again, this is This is a prime example why I tell you guys to never, ever, ever hold anything through earnings. This is exactly why. Because if you bought YOLO calls right here, right, and you saw this thing go up to 320 and you were all happy, you went to bed, right? You had sweet dreams about collecting your gains when this thing opens up at 330. That way you can make 10x on your money overnight, right? I'm sure y'all, I'm sure the longs were thinking that way. And then now, as you can see, this thing is like tanking down all the way down. This is not good. All right, all of those hopes have been shattered. It's not looking too nice for the longs. People who bought puts though are very happy right now. So the way to play this one, honestly, do not jump at this right out the gates. Obviously, something happened with their earnings. Something happened that is very negative with the earnings. All right, so watch this one for actually a bounce all the way up to 300, and then maybe even 305 before we see this continuation back down. It is overextended. We made money on this one. I made a previous video. This stock is about to go parabolic. We were at 273, and parabolic it did go. It definitely went parabolic. So it went all the way up to 322 and then retested that high, and now it's looking very, very, very good for short sellers. All right, it looks really good for short sellers. We have a lot of room over here.
Motherfuckers talking crazy. I'm saying that.
That is my alarm. All right, we have a lot of room over here to the downside, right over here. All right, so keep this one in your watch list for a potential collapse. This might be it. This is the time where all of these short sellers who got trapped in here, this is where they try again. this is the moment where they try again. Will they be successful? Honestly, I think so, but you gotta time this right. A bounce to 300 would be like the best case scenario. Worst case scenario, it just goes sideways and then nobody makes money. Well, obviously, apart from the people who bought puts over here, these people are obviously gonna collect some, right, and then probably let the remainder of their puts roll over until the next day. So that's my very honest opinion for that one. The next stock that I want to talk about in this video, I actually wanted to cover this yesterday and then I completely forgot. That stock is ZNGA, ZNGA. All right, ZNGA. ZNGA, honestly, this is probably like one of the most underrated stocks in the stock market. It's been performing very, very well. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's been performing very, very well. All right. So in regards to this stock, it looks like it's bouncing off of that level right here at $11.33. Worst case scenario, it drops back down to that level, especially if the market doesn't pick back up, consolidates, and then continue on upwards towards 13 bucks. I'm not bearish on this one. It looked like it had some good reaction to earnings, right? It gapped up over here, and now it's pretty much holding its gains. It's holding this level for the near future. So watch this thing for just a retest of that support, followed by a continuation to $13 within the next few weeks. I'm not bearish on ZNGA, and I would not try to short this one. It has a very good track record of growth. So keep this one on your watch list for sure. All right. Now the next one that we're going to be talking about in this video, that stock is TEL. Intel is not looking too great. For all of you who are holding TELs, definitely take some, minimize your risk because it might actually roll over. It's not looking too great right now. Take some money off the table. That way, if it really collapses, you can break even right over here at like 33. All right, but minimize your risk and watch this thing consolidate. I still think it can hit like $5, but it's gonna take a while to actually do that. And plus, earnings is in the way as well. They say that earnings is on the 22nd, but then again, we'll see if it's actually the day. It's not like confirmed yet. All right, so we'll see exactly how it goes next week. The setup is still clean. It's consolidating right now. Minimize your risk because you can always get back in later. All right, so keep that in mind as you're trading TEL. Now the next one that we'll be covering in this video, that stock is GE, and GE currently is down. I explained this to y'all. I explained the cup and handle to y'all a while ago, and it's still playing out nicely. I told y'all to go long after the morning star over here, and so far everybody who bought calls should be in a good position right now. I'm not bearish on this one. I think we can retest all the way down to like 11.56 before we continue going sideways and then move on up to $13 eventually. All right. Right now, it's not looking too bad. I'm not bearish on it. Let's look at the monthly. It's not looking that bad. It's not looking bad at all. All right. Keep this one on your watch list for a potential long, and be looking to buy the dips right over here. All right. Buy the dips for the anticipation on the way up. And that is the end of the video. Do not forget to destroy the like button for the YouTube algorithm. As always, again, it helps the channel grow faster and allows more people to get this knowledge as well. Also, if you are new to the channel, definitely click on subscribe and click on the notification bell along with all notifications. That way you don't miss out on these pre-market analysis videos, which are released from Monday to Friday at exactly 8:15 a.m. Central Time, 15 minutes before the market opens, and the post-market analysis videos, which are released every single day in the afternoon. If you're not following us on social media, you can find me at Paul Nguma and at PATTERNOLOGY LAB on Instagram and on Twitter. Also, if all of this is new to you, if you're new to the stock market, I left some step-by-step directions in the description of the video below. Step 1 through step 3. It only takes about 15 minutes or less for you to get signed up with all the tools you need to start trading immediately. You can also get 2 free stocks after signing up with Webull. Use my very first link in the description below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Nguma with Patternology Lab, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in the next video. Be very careful out there. Baidu looks good for a dead cat bounce. Take some money off the table and do not get caught on the wrong side of the trade. All right. Enjoy the outro.